Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today I want to give you a look at one of the older figures from the vintage collection. This particular figure was released in wave 7 of the vintage line, which included figures such as Bespin Han, the Rebel Fleet Trooper and the ARC Trooper Commander. This particular figure was re-released several times though, and I didn't actually get it up until recently, but it's a very cool figure and I wanted to share it with you guys. It is this one, the Jedi Padawan Barriss Offee, who, as we all know, had her backstory sort of rewritten in the Clone Wars Season 5. And I'll get onto some of that in just a moment. Before I go into too much detail about the figure there, as always, I want to give you a look at the packaging that she comes in. And you've got a really nice card back for this figure. Definitely a very underrated character and figure in my opinion. As you can see, you've got the Attack of the Clones logo at the top of the card, which is obviously the film in which this character appears. During the 6 movies, of course. Got the image on the card as well. And on the back we have an image of the original Barriss Offee figure, as well as a description of the vintage line itself. And there you can see some of the other figures from wave 7. So that is the packaging that this one comes in. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. As I said, she had her backstory sort of rewritten for the Clone Wars series in the show, and this is a spoiler alert, getting tongue-tied, put my teeth in. This is a bit of a spoiler alert for you guys out there who may not have seen it yet, but of course, as we all know, Barriss does indeed not turn to the dark side, but she develops a bit of a hatred for the Jedi Order and what it's become, and she turns her back on it, and ends up trying to frame Ahsoka for something that she didn't do. So check that episode out if you haven't seen it. It's from the tail end of Season 5 of the Clone Wars. Obviously though, this figure is based upon Barriss's appearance in Attack of the Clones during the Battle of Geonosis, and it's a really good plastic interpretation of the character. Really nice, and in my opinion blows the Clone Wars version out of the water. The sculpt on this one and the accessories are really well done, and I'm very impressed with it. I'll run through articulation first. She does have a ball jointed head, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, swivel wrists, a swivel waist. Underneath the cloth skirt she has swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ankles as well. As you can see, she does come with a lightsaber hilt which you can plug to the belt, and she also comes with a lit lightsaber as well. In very early images of this figure that we saw back in around 2010, I believe this figure was released, 2011, can't remember. But very early images of this figure showed it with a soft goods cape, whereas as you can see the final product did come with a plastic one. In my opinion the plastic cape looks so much better. The sculpt and as you can see the detail on it is really nice and is much better than anything that a soft goods cape could have accomplished. So we're getting a good look at that. It is removable of course, but it can be quite tricky. You have to try and remove the head while it's in the hood and then slot the hood over the socket, and it's quite a time consuming process, so I'm not going to do it right now for the purposes of this review, but it does come off just in case you want to remove it. As I said, the one thing that blows me away with this figure is just the sheer amount of detail that's gone into it. As you can see, she's got the tattoos across the bridge of the nose and even on the backs of her hands, which is really good attention to detail. Got all that sculpted goodness there in the hood and in the cape, which looks awesome. And again you've got the soft goods for the lower skirt. Underneath we'll just lift that up, and you've even got some gold decoration on the boots there. So really good figure, and again as I said, definitely an underrated figure from the vintage line. So that just about covers it for this figure. Of course, we will be seeing Barriss Offee's Jedi Master Luminara Unduli in the second wave of the Black Series 3 3/4 inch line. So that'll be definitely a figure that I may pick up to put with this one. I'm not particularly taken with the 4-inch Black Series figures at the moment. They're not doing a great deal to excite me, so I may be skipping quite a few of them and focusing all my attention on the 6-inch line. But there may be a few that I'll pick up. So there we go, that is Barriss Offee from the vintage collection. Once again, an older figure, but you can still pick this one up online fairly cheap, and again I'll include some links in the video description where you can do that. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'll be back with many more very soon. My intention is to get through all of the vintage collection figures. I've only got a few left to go, and hopefully you'll stay tuned for them. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, as always, keep collecting, and may the force be with you.